I see a situation like Mikey. With this day and age, you one camera phone footage away from losing all endorsement.
Being successful is not being gangster. We did a lot of those things trying to survive. We didn't have a contract for $10 million sitting over here waiting on us. And if I would have had social media when I was a kid and I was able to promote myself and other shit and not the street shit, bro, I would have done that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these kids have choices, they just making the wrong one. That's our main problem. We too much in competition instead of helping each other. No other race does that.
Yeah. Maya Angelou.
Boy, yeah.
Bro, if you get one of these right, boy, who came up with this game in the first place?
Dude gets these shits right. I'm in the area.
You ain't, look.
I'm in the area.
You getting on base. You just ain't coming home.
I ain't scoring, yeah.
You sit up there. Appreciate you for tuning in this episode of Funky Friday. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this. And if you're feeling really funky, leave a comment. Enjoy the show. Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it would be. Cam Newton the Son, Mr. Boogie the All, and I'm here with another episode of Funky Friday. And I promise to give good content for the masses, but more importantly, I promise to keep it funky for your asses. Now, that smoke got to me. Speaking of the smoke, you may have seen this person on All the Smoke. You feel me? Triple OG, stamped, approved, all that. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, you may have seen him on a basketball court, but now you've seen him on all type of TV screens, been able to evolve his craft in so many different ways, forms, and fashions. I present to some and introduce to others. Big dog, Stack, Steven Jackson.
Bro, appreciate you having me, dog. Long overdue. Man,
listen, bro, I gotta say this, you know, especially with the draft happening. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, yo, bro, like, Stack was really like the person who kind of was like the OG for me to show me how to move and maneuver and operate, you know what I'm saying? Not only like from the professional side, but obviously from the personal side, you feel me? And I got some things I want to talk to you about, but you know, with your whole transition, bro, like you've been in the game for a long time, or you was in the game for a long time, being around many different athletes, you know what I'm saying? You know, Golden State, Spurs, Bobcats, Charlotte Bobcats, you know what I'm saying? You know, what city impacted you the most?
Well, first, I was honored, you know, the fact that you know, would even embrace me and my boys when you came to Charlotte. I mean, at that time, you know what I mean, when you came to Charlotte, I don't think the only thing that was bigger than you in sports was Michael Jordan at that time. You was the biggest thing in sports, and you know the way we clicked, I think it was just God-given, man. So it was just an honor to be there and to form that relationship, which is for us to be able to bond today. For me, I think the city that I enjoy most was where I live now. You know, I played in Atlanta for 1 year, and I ain't never left. You know, I think, but all cities to me was a blessing. You know, coming from where we come from. You know, being able to be in the NBA for 14 years, I didn't care what team I was playing on. As long as I was getting to the bag and taking care of my family and living the life I wanted to live, I didn't care where I played because I played the same way with the same passion on every team.
Like even to that, I think even merging a relationship with you and going back to the first kind of thing that I spoke about, I remember when you hit me and was like, yo, bro, I just got traded. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, like what the And it was, because we was doing, in the lockout, that's why I had so much time to kind of hang out, you feel me? And that kind of showed me the business side of sports. Like, I thought they was investing, they was building around you in Charlotte. And then all of a sudden, boom, you get a phone call, boom, I'm out of here, you know? And as a young mind, you're like, okay, but you're gonna come back eventually, and it never happens. Like for these young cats that get drafted, these young cats that are young players, like they don't understand how, you know, that whole experience, you cannot take that for granted because don't nobody owe you nothing. And that organization gonna remind you like, bro, and with the lack of a better term, but you were disposable.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
That's how it always is. If you ain't done nothing for me in the last year or two, we know it's a young that can come in here and do what you do and 10 times better. And we gonna have him for longer.
Yeah.
So they don't mind moving on from me.
Yeah. Man, I seen the documentary, the Malice in the Palace. And I had a different perspective because obviously, like, you always been kind of perceived as the thuggish, ruggish bone, like the out of control dude, like.
So far from that.
You know what I'm saying? The dude from the hood, you feel me? The bad boy, so to speak. And the thing that I appreciate the most coming from a teammate, like when you got somebody who gonna ride for you, bro, and I remember you was talking about like, bruh, I seen, Meta World Peace. What's his real name?
Ron Artest.
Ron,
Yeah.
right? When Ron went into the thing, man, I was just, going to protect my players, you feel me? Like my teammate.
Yeah.
And when you got a person that's on your team that's a rider, bro, it makes all the difference. You know what I'm saying? But the backstory behind that was that y'all was a real good team.
We have a championship.
Right? In that situation, looking back at it, hindsight's 2020. Do you really think y'all could have contended?
Yeah, because at that time I think might be off a game or two, but we was like 14-5, and the Pistons was coming off. They was the best team in the East. They had beat the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals the year before,
Right.
And I wasn't on that team. So me coming to this team, I was like the missing piece.
Right.
And Reggie was on his way out, but that's why I love Reggie so much. He was a G about it. He knew that he was on his way out and I was on my way in, so he made it easy for me.
Yeah.
And we had, when it was me, Ron Artest, Jamal Tinsley, and Jermaine O'Neal on the court, it was just impossible for anybody to beat us. So at that time, everybody in the league, every team knew the champion was gonna come out. We was gonna see who the champion is out this game.
Yeah.
And we was blowing them out
Yeah.
before the fight happened.
Right.
So it was pretty sure that we had a good chance to win the championship.
So really like, two things that I wanna kind of harp on right here is the situation that happened. And I think when you're talking about African-American dominated sports, football, basketball, most of the people, or some of the people who are coming from these social, economic challenged environments are some of the best stars.
Right.
You feel me? Like you look at it at multiple players, don't matter what the name is, and you're like, bro, single parent home, dysfunctional home, and to be able to come out of that from the hood, from Chicago, from Miami, from Atlanta, from Texas, Houston, Port Arthur, whatever, from Compton, like these players are great players, but you still can't forget about where they came from. A person of your magnitude talking to like the younger generation, right? The first thing I want to ask is, there's a such thing as edge for a player. Like that's your edge. Like, bro, I ain't listen here. It's gonna be a long night, right? But where's the line crossed where it's like, okay, bro, you're trying a little bit too hard, bro. Like, you feel me? I don't think a lot of players understand, like your edge is your edge, but how can we still keep it, P for your audience and obviously your league?
Yeah, because, the edge need to be in your effort, not in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk and can't back it up, but your edge need to be in how you play. My thing was I played against a lot of people that was probably more talented than me, but the way I cared about the game, how hard I played, I was willing to fight to win the game. Everybody ain't willing to do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you never take it to the point where it's personal. You talk about things outside of basketball, like families, like that. But long as it's between the lines, yeah, it's whatever between them lines. Yeah. But outside them lines, what's up, brother? I wish you well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It should never get disrespectful outside the lines, and it should never be to a point where a teammate is fighting with a teammate. I've never had a fight with a teammate in my life. And you know what? To keep it G, I've never had a fight in the NBA game, so I don't know where they get that whole attitude of me being a thug or somebody. Just because I'm a stand-up guy, I'm solid in the things I've been through in my past. That is cemented that a lot of NBA players ain't been through. I can't, what I'm saying? It ain't my fault. It's just the life I chose and the things I've been through. But me being solid is something that I stand on.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? That's why I have a lot of relationships with a lot of people, and you can't buy that. So you got so many fake people out here that wish they can say they went to O Block at 3 in the morning with all their jewelry on. You know, they called, they checking in, you know, and I think what they don't understand is that's how I'm able to touch the youth.
Yeah.
You'll never see another NBA player pull up at 3 in the morning in O Block just to show love.
Right.
Right? I'm still in contact with a lot of those kids because I know in my neighborhood, I didn't see no professional athlete come back and talk to us.
Never.
I had to figure it out on my own. I had to believe in God and believe in my talent and have a lot of good people around me for me to make it, right? So if I could show up to any neighborhood and give any type of inspiration to any young kid the way I do it, not like they did it in the old days. I got my own way of doing things. That's why I don't call myself an activist. I do my things my own way because I can relate to the people because I'm really from it. And if I could change anybody's life, I've done my job. And one thing I do know, I've changed a lot of lives, you know what I'm saying? 29 states and moving. So, you know, I'm just doing it the way I know how to do it because it ain't no blueprint to none of it.
It's not. I see a situation like Mikey. You know what I'm saying? First off, so many questions of why do you feel like you have to be that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's in the music, you know what I'm saying? It's in the people who we look up to, right? The rappers, the entertainers, and it's just like, bro, like, it's around us. It's around our environment. Even though I'm a public figure, my best friend is not. He can walk into a 7-Eleven, a Quick Trip, and, you know what I'm saying, get candy and whatever. But if I were to do that, I'm stopped. I got to take pictures. I got to, you know, uphold the image. And with this day and age, you one camera phone footage away from losing all endorsements. You see what I'm saying? So what would you say to, you know, a situation like a Mikey, like, bro, you know, how could we prevent this from happening in the future?
Yeah, you know what, and that just goes to being you. Like, I know a lot of people that become gangster when they get money. Like I'm safe to say that I made it out. Like I'm glad to say the things that I've been through as a kid and as a teenager that I never did no jail time. I escaped it, right? The two situations where I really got in trouble was defending somebody, my teammates.
Right.
The brawl, I got in trouble for that, and the shootout at the strip club, I was defending my teammate. I think now, you know, with the music and all this, they think like as an athlete you have to portray a certain thug side to be respected as an athlete, and that's so false, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's about playing the game. You know, I tell my sons all the time to be just like LeBron James because he's done everything right, from family to basketball to business to bringing his friends along, putting them in position to win. Like, I would tell them to follow that aspect of it because I want my sons to have the better side of me. I don't want them to be arguing referees and doing all that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be different. You know what I'm saying? Do it the right way. So, you know, being successful is not being gangster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a major key.
You know what I'm saying? They got that messed up, bro.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us, we did a lot of those things trying to survive.
And it wasn't no mechanism.
And there wasn't no cameras on us.
Right.
And when we were doing those things, we didn't have a contract for $10 million sitting over here waiting on us. You know what I'm saying? We didn't see nothing in our future. You know what I'm saying? We was trying to live for the next day.
Correct. So
a lot of these kids don't understand that. And if I would have had social media when I was a kid and I was able to promote myself and others, not the street, bro, I would have done that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these kids have choices. They just making the wrong ones.
Man, I was at a tournament not too long ago. And now, granted, my team, C1N, like, we are probably the most anticipated team because first off, I'm an easy target. Cam, why you ain't in the league? Cam, you a free agent. Then nobody didn't want you. But I'm like, bro, I'm a millionaire, bro. Like, I hope you get to see what life, you know, brought me at your age. You know what I'm saying? And we was playing a team, and across the field, right, another team had scored, but we was playing that team, and then some of the players on the team, like, was shooting the gun, fire. And it kind of triggered something in me. And I was like, yo, hey, my mans. I said, bro, you ever shot a gun? He said, yeah, bro, I shot a gun. What kind of gun you shot? AK-47. I said, cool. You ever shot at somebody? Nah. Have you? I said, no. I pay people to shoot guns. You know what I'm saying? I pay for security. Like, that ain't cool for you to just falsify what a Future talking about. Falsify what NBA Youngboy talking about. Falsify what Lil Durk talking about. Like, they make unbelievable music and they make a lot of money off their music. But for you to just think that you're gonna sit up here and take your gun, shoot it at somebody and get away with it like this is Grand Theft Auto, big dog, this is real life.
But they are not doing that. They might have done that on their way to the road to where they're at now, but they are not riding and pulling up guns and shooting nobody. They're not doing none of that, and I hope you don't believe they are. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do believe that, then you are so misguided, bro, and you need to go back and start at scratch. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way you can think that these people are able to live these lives and do all these tours and stuff, and they are out here riding every week shooting at people.
Yeah.
That's not realistic, bro. There's no way that. And then a lot of these rappers, to keep it funky, they good at telling stories.
Yeah.
They haven't really done it. You know what I'm saying? You got your very few that live their life, but there's so many of them. It's a higher percentage that never done that, bro. And they just know how to put it in words.
But it get exposed too eventually. We done seen some cases here in recent news that, you know, if you standing by your dog and you my dog for sure and blood in, like, bruh, listen, you'll get exposed. You're gonna be put in a situation where it's like, no. All that stuff that you was talking about, it ain't coming to true. But the second thing that I kind of want to talk about.
That ain't gangster, bro.
It's sad because, well, you know, Drake got a line that says, I hope the real live forever and the fake get exposed. And I don't wish no bad on nobody, but bro, like, we done seen multiple times in multiple situations where these cats, they speak on something and you know that they're not about that.
Right.
You feel me? The second thing that I want to get to before we get to our game is this. You said Reggie Miller spoke on him and how he knew his role. His dynamic of who he was shifting. You know, I seen something in news where it was Deontay Murray spoke on Tony Parker.
Yeah.
Right? And he was like, bro, Tony really wasn't a good teammate, you know, because I was his replacement.
Right.
You feel me?
That was on our show, All the Smoke.
Right?
Yep.
And like, you see it happen all, hell, I went through it. You know what I'm saying? A young guy drafted, Mac Jones, and you know, you're left in this position where it's like, bro, this is my replacement. Do I keep it a buck with him? Or is he like dinner? You know what I mean? Like he my opponent in this situation, internally, respectfully. But a lot of people have different mentalities to it. So from the OG to the young guy, like how is that dynamic supposed to work?
Well, this is how it worked for me. When I came in as a young fella, my first year I was with the New Jersey Nets. This is after trying out for 18 NBA teams, breaking both of my feet, going overseas for 2 years, and I finally get in. You know, I don't know what's going on. I'm just happy to be in. I'm blessed to have Stephon Marbury as my vet.
Yeah.
And I mean, day I get there, $20,000 cash, about $10,000 on me took me shopping, bought me an Escalade, brand new. Yes, listen to me, brand new Escalade. You know what I'm saying? The main reason he bought me the clothes was because I was from Texas and my clothes was too starched. And he told me that everybody was gonna laugh at him on the East Coast, so he didn't want me walking around like that and put me some Timbs, some baggy jeans. But everything else was off love, and he took care of me. And that was just off the love.
Yeah.
You know, just off the love coming to the league. But I learned the game from Steve Smith in San Antonio. I went to church with him. When his family was eating dinner, he invited me, had a table a seat at the table. Around his sons when he was raising them, seeing how he raised his family, how he treated his wife, like the whole nine, and how he approached basketball, how he worked out and prepared. I learned how to be a professional from him.
Yes, sir.
So that's how it's supposed to go. So the guys that's before you, supposed to give you the game, so when you come in, you can do the same thing when the younger guys come behind you. That's how it's supposed to go. Right. But in the league now, it's not too many older guys. See, they done pushed all the veterans out. So a lot of the young guys got to learn from experience.
Yeah.
And with that happening, that would cause more mistakes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we wasn't making those stupid mistakes like that, because we had vets like Steve Smith.
That's a fact. But you see a guy like John Morant.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I remember multiple times where I didn't necessarily have, like, because when I came in the league, bro, I was one of probably like a young rookie, young guy starting, a black dude.
By yourself.
I was the only one.
Yeah, you was by yourself.
So I couldn't, even if I would have went to a Tom Brady or Matt Ryan at the time, you know, Drew Brees, like they couldn't really cope with knowing like my environment when I go home ain't the best. You feel me? But where I feel comfortable with hanging out is not the best either. So it's like, how can I ask for that type of help? But to that, it's like, I know I was wilding in clubs. I was wilding in situations. And my family was like, bro, man, shut the hell up. And I don't even drink. Like, folks thought I was like high. Folks thought I was like geeking on something, you know what I'm saying? Just drunk. But I'm like, bro, that's just Cam being Cam. Like, bro, you being a little too wild, bro. Like, sit down. So now, even when my whole development as a player, and anybody who knows me, like, we've all gotten the stereotypes of something, of certain things. And I'm like, bro, how the hell could you get me wrong? Like, I only love folks, you feel me? Like, I see a rookie coming in, bro, I'm already gonna put him on. You know, just the game of like, bro, work first. All that other, that's second, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I was coming to Charlotte, and you know, you would have, you know, everything. It wasn't even no reason for us to even go out. You had a chef, you had the, you know, the drink or whatever for everybody else to socialize. The game was on, you had the entertainment, and it was just a vibe, you feel me? And now I'm like, now, you know, guys, they gotta go, they gotta drive the Lamborghini, their partner gotta drive their other car, you know, they gotta go out and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yo, like, for what? The plan is to get lucky at the end of the night. And if that's already happening, like, what are we doing?
What you need all that for?
You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody wanna be seen. I don't wanna be seen. I never wanted to be seen. My persona obviously is something to be saw, but that ain't that. You feel me? But it's time for the OGs to really get the respect from the younger guys, because now the young guys ain't even really yearning for that help. You know what I mean?
I think you know what, the ones that ain't broke, the ones that got going on, the ones that's winning, they accepting the game. They ain't hating. It's the broke ones. It's the ones that's dying inside. It's the ones that's pointing the finger. Why him and not me?
Yeah.
That's the ones that's not listening. That's the ones that's doing all the hating. But the ones that's listening and paying attention, they the ones that's winning. They the ones that's evolving. Facts.
For sure. Man, we get on into this the game, and it's called Who Said It. All right? I'm gonna give you some quotes, and you have to guess who said it. Right? And it's gonna range from many different genres, people. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. First one is, the most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. Who said it? Once again, the most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. That is tough.
Obama.
Close.
Damn.
Who the hell came up with this? That was I don't even know. Alice Walker.
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly. Lord
okay.
Jesus.
Okay. All right.
Here we go. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. Who said it?
If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. I've actually heard somebody say this before, but I don't know if he was the originator. Minister Farrakhan.
Ooh. Still black. Booker T. Washington.
Booker T. Washington, yeah.
Okay. Here we go. This should be hard. I ain't never been no role model, but I am a real model.
Charles Barkley?
Close. He a basketball player.
Barkley said, I ain't no role model. I'm a real model.
I know what you're talking about. My sheet says, named Steve Jackson.
I said that? I didn't say so much.
I swear, look, he a bull.
I don't remember that. See, because they ain't one of the ones. They ain't like love for all who have love for all. Like one of my main quotes. I probably freestyled that one.
Yeah.
I probably freestyled that.
Say
one.
less. Here we go. Who came up with this game in the first place?
Who gets these right?
It's a different game every time.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Okay.
Here we go. This hard. We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated.
Boy, that's like some Al Sharpton to say. And then you lose.
Maya Angelou.
Yeah, you lost, but you defeated.
Say less.
Yeah.
But if you get one of these right, boy, you're special. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Man, who said that?
This hard.
Malcolm X?
Ooh, yes.
Right? Okay, got it.
That's one.
You know, that's my. You know what they call me, Stack X. So you know,
No, they don't.
I had to get that.
Look at it.
I had to get that one.
Here you go. Next one is when they go low, we go high.
That's Obama's wife, Michelle. Michelle Obama.
That's two. Okay. If you're not passionate about something, you shouldn't be doing it.
Now that sounds like something I'll say. If you're not passionate about something, you shouldn't be doing it. Kobe.
He was right the first time.
Me? Yeah, it sounds like something I'll say.
All right. Here we go. Change will not come if we wait for some other person. Hold on, let me start that over. That all the way up. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek.
That sounds like something I say too, but no, I ain't say that. We are the change we seek. That is.
Yeah. Hard.
We are the change we seek. That ain't Jesse Jackson?
Obama.
Obama. Oh. That was close.
We gotta get on breathing with these damn.
I'm in the area though. I'm in the area.
You ain't look.
I'm in the area.
Getting on base. You just ain't coming home.
I ain't scoring. Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? You in there? All right.
Oh,
Two
man.
more. I'm not saying I'm not going to change the world, but I guarantee you that I sparked the brain that would change the world.
Man, Pac. Don't do that.
Okay. Now we in there. Now we got home with that one.
Know that one.
Here we go. I'm always going to speak my mind regardless of what people think or feel. I'm not going to hold my tongue for nobody.
Me.
Say that.
Me.
There you go, my boy. They sad.
I got about 4 of them.
Yeah.
I got 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the mix.
For sure. You know, just being an advocate though, like I think people seeing a different side of you, Jack. How you know, just the dynamic of obviously your good friend of yours, George Floyd, and you know, being an activist in the community as a representative of not only from an athlete's perspective, a black man perspective. You know, has that put pressure on you? Is that rewarding for like take me through it?
I think it's a little bit of both. I can't say, you know, that it hasn't been stressful. You know, the whole George Floyd, you know, my right hand Q is right there. She been with me through the whole thing. You know, it's been difficult times, you know, death threats, being tired, you know, having to be there for people and be people's ears and you know, and shoulder when I got my own going on, you know, going weeks without eating, you know, really taking care of myself. It's definitely been some stressful days, but it's worth it. It was definitely worth it because to go everywhere I go to hear people say they love me and they appreciate what I'm doing and it's not about basketball, bro. Yeah. That mean the world to me, you know, and to whom much is given, much is required, you know. It's been a blessing as well because, to hear people say I'm the face of the biggest civil rights movement ever. Yeah. 18 countries, all 50 states protest. Just to be said in that category, dog, that means a lot to me. So it was hard at first because I didn't know what I was doing because, like I said, there's no playbook to it. You know, I just wanted to be there for Gianna and her mother and just do right by my bro. But I'm just happy that we was able to get support from everybody and he was able to get justice. But as far as the change, they're still killing us. Yeah. Right. So, you know, I feel like a lot of that was done out of just, you know, really done for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, everybody has a voice and I'm glad we did what we did, but it's so much more that need to be done, bro. So how can we get better and what needs to get better in your opinion? Well, it starts with us and stop being in competition with each other. It's enough out there for all of us. It's enough ways for us to support each other and pull each other up where we don't have to have that crab in the bucket mentality. When you say us, black people, I'm just speaking on black people, that's our main problem. We too much in competition instead of helping each other. No other race does that. Yeah. Every other race helps each other. You look at the Asians, the Mexicans, they all pull each other up and build together. We don't build together. We in competition to see who can get to the top together. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's important, like the things that me and Matt doing. Like, we play basketball together, you know what I'm saying? But look at us after basketball. You know what I'm saying? We were able to build together and make money. I'm doing the same thing with Al. You know what I'm saying? We bringing other people in, KG, Paul Pierce, like, it's ways to do that without hating on each other, and that's our problem, bro. We feel like hating hating on somebody else, demeaning somebody is the way to get ahead, and that's not it. Yeah. And that's the main problem with our culture.
So I would say this about our culture, right? You're not probably gonna meet somebody who's pro-black or love black people more than me, but I think we have to get better with this, right? How can we get all up in arms by another race killing our race, and we don't keep that same energy when our race kill our race? Situation where if a Caucasian man kills a black man, that energy that the black people show, oh my goodness, alarming. It's an earthquake, right? But a black man killing another black man, that ain't no energy, you know what I'm saying? You spoke about O-Block. All right, I just seen the documentary, I'm big in documentaries. Just seen the King Von doc. And I just wish, like for me, I wish I could talk to bruh. You feel me? Cause there's so many misguided youth that's like, bro, why? You feel me? And I don't know his dynamic, you know, I would love to be empowered of, you know, where he came from, how he, you know, maneuver. I know he lost his father at a young age, but, you know, he was looking at just like most people, looking at the you know, the drug dealers and the folks around his community, like, bro, I want to be that. You feel me? That's respect. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, how can we get mad when somebody else kills us, but we not mad when we kill ourselves?
Yeah, it's like Killer Corleone say, Black lives only matter doing hate crimes. When black take another black life, we should hate crime, period. Right? And it makes a lot of sense. And but that's the institutionalization of our race, how they put us in these small areas, give us nothing. And this is the plan for us to kill each other and fight over nothing. Yeah. Never have the understanding of helping somebody or bringing somebody up or supporting one another or showing somebody, right? Showing somebody how to get a stock, showing somebody how to start an LLC. Like, we don't teach none of that. Now with financial literacy, you got guys like Earn Your Leisure, guys like that teaching it, so it's easier for guys to understand certain things now than we did, because we didn't have this growing up. So what's the excuse now? Yeah. So it's kind of hard for me to feel sorry for these days. I can't even lie, because you have so many avenues to get up off your and get done. You got too many people of our color in place that's willing to help people, but they're not willing to help themselves. They want you to put them in position. No, nobody, I work to get here. Yeah. I can't just put you on top. It's steps to this. And a lot of people of our color don't want that. Yeah. They want you to just make it happen for them. So it's a lot of situations that we don't understand, but the easiest thing is just a conversation. People are too afraid to have simple conversations. Conversations will fix anything, bro. The only way you understand is by having a conversation. If you want to learn something, sit down and have a conversation with somebody. I've been in rooms in the last 5 years, the rooms that I never thought I'd been in, and it's not because of me playing basketball. The benefits of being real are so beneficial. It's because I'm a solid individual. That's got me in this room from being a stand-up guy, not going in rooms to see how I can step on his toes to get ahead. I'm going in all these rooms being Steven Jackson, smelling like weed, you know what I'm saying, feeling how I'm feeling, doing my own thing, love it or leave it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I am. And 9 out of 10 times, people gonna love it because they know when I leave, I ain't the sneak dissing behind their back. I'm the same person in front of them that when I leave. I'm not gonna talk behind their back, and I say this all the time, I'd be proud to say this. We done made a lot of money with All the Smoke. One of the award-winning sports podcasts. One of the top, still winning awards. Bro, we still making negotiations, getting new endorsements. I haven't been in one meeting. And I'm proud to say that if Matt Barnes is in the meeting, I'm in the meeting. Yeah. I haven't missed a dollar. Can't too many people say they have situations like that where their brother can be in the meeting and they don't have to be in the meeting, but everything checks out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to show people that all you gotta do is be a stand-up guy. Yeah. All you gotta be is 100 and be a star in your role. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, Cam, I don't want to be in the meetings, but I'm gonna be dozing off in them because that ain't my lingo. That ain't my job. My job is when this camera come on to do that. You know what I'm saying?
But explain this to me. That may not be you. but you've identified that.
Right.
What would you say to the person who, when they hear, out of all that you just said, that person may say, man, I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna come in the room smelling like weed, da-da-da-da-da-da. But bro, you straight.
I came in the game like that too.
Yes. But how do you draw the line with being personal to who you really are versus the professional, you know what I'm saying, person?
Well, it's simple. When have you ever, every building I go in, I'm probably the highest person in there, but you might not never see it. But this is the thing too. When have you ever seen me get arrested for weed or pulled over, been in the news for it?
That's not
because I don't smoke to be seen. I smoke to relax and enjoy myself. Too many people smoke to be seen. They want people to see them with the stuff and instead of just doing it. So my purpose for it is totally different. That's why I'm not doing it for the wrong reasons. You know, you got people that, I want people to know. That's for the wrong reason. Yeah. And that's when trouble comes behind that. That's why I've never been in trouble behind it, because I do it for the right reasons. I don't do nothing to be seen. I don't go to award shows. I don't be out where everybody at. I'm just like you, bro. Yeah. People never see me nowhere. And I like it like that because I'm in my own world. They love me in my own world. I'm the president, the police, the ambulance. I'm everybody in my own world, dog. So I'm going to stay there, bro. Yeah. It works for me.
Listen here. And I saw it, bro, firsthand. Like, telling you, I'm like, damn.
My own world, dog.
Got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I was, 21, 22 when I first came into the league, bro, and I'm going back. I said, bro, like, this here got it figured out. Like, and everybody, you know what I'm saying? I said it off camera. I was like, bro, one thing, I done been around a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying? And I never not felt safe around you. You know what I'm saying? As a young cat, you just trying to go along and get along. Hey, bro, we about to leave. Okay, all right, boom. Everybody move. You know, they ain't rowdy. You know, the guys, they looking for, you know, a good time, respectable, and it's just the experience. The moral or the goal of the story of every time you go out is for everybody to come back together.
That's it.
Now, you may have a tweener where like, bro, I'm straight, bro, I'm gone. Y'all straight, y'all good? All right, cool, boom, I'll holler at y'all tomorrow.
I'm going with y'all.
You know what I mean? Say less.
You know when you get there, bro.
Say less. Yeah. But this, bro, I don't even like going. If I ain't going to fellowship, bro, I don't go out. You know what I'm saying? Or a place that I feel safe at. You know, these young, I like going places where, bro, if I step on your shoe, bro, I'm gonna apologize. Like, bro, I'm sorry, bro, I apologize. That ain't weak, that's just respect. You feel me? If I'm out of line, bro, I'm just trying to have a good time.
That's it, bro.
You know?
That's it.
Speaking of the weed, you have businesses in cannabis, right? Speak on that.
I started Viola with Al Harrington.
Okay.
Back in 2010. Shout out to Al. Al is the CEO, the leader of an amazing brand then he done took this brand to unbelievable heights that nobody thought, you know, would be done. As far as, you know, he's really the face of the reason why the NBA doesn't test for cannabis no more, because he was able to teach them and help them understand the benefits of it.
What are the benefits for the viewer who sees or who watch this?
Well, the benefits of it is, one thing, it's the natural information.
Yes.
It helps you sleep better. And with athletes, you know, the main thing for us is it's hard for us to come down after games and be able to get a good night's sleep because they pump us with Red Bull and all the other stuff, Red Bull and all the other things that just hype us up but make us crash hard, right? Then after the games, they're giving you all these pills, these man-made pills to numb the pain for 4 or 5 hours, but when you wake up in the next morning, you got to go back to see them to get them same pills to play. Right. Well, cannabis is natural and it avoids all that. Right? You go home, you don't even have to smoke. You can eat an edible, you know, chocolate or cookie or something, and it can relax you and take you down and keeps you able to perform the next day. And I've done that my whole career. You know, I played 3 years with a broken toe. You know, like I said, I never got caught with it because it was something I was doing for me to perform because I loved the game so much. And that's why I was able to play hard like I did, because my body was able to relax. So it's a lot of benefits from it. And, you know, even with people with different things like cataracts, you know, people who have different diseases where they can't eat, it helps them get an appetite. There's a lot of different benefits from it that my brother Al will be able to break down in a much professional form. Yeah.
But would you consider, you don't have to be no doctor to be able to say this though, but Do you think marijuana is a performance-enhancing drug?
No, not at all. Not at all. It don't help you. It slow me down. Like I can't just be geeked up and go out there and play basketball. Oh, look, I'll embarrass myself.
But I would love, just
Some people could do it though. I couldn't. I couldn't because I used to relax. I need to be up to play sports.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't do it.
Yeah. When Steve Kerr gave his stamp of approval, you know what I'm saying?
For back issues.
Correct. Like, bro, if anybody, especially for football, like chronic pain, dog, I ain't never smoked weed to death. I've always been around it. I believe in aromatherapy. Like, I love the smell of it. Never partook in any of it. Right? And whether using it for it's like an incense, sage, Palo Santo. Like, those things are things that I use to meditate, right? Big on mental health, big on really tapping into myself to say like, bro, are you okay? Is Cam, are you good? Because I'm a byproduct of so many different individuals, from employees to partners to children to family to everything. And if I'm not good, they're not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So, you're a big opponent of obviously mental health too. Like the whole transition to coming out of the sport, that's where I'm at right now. Like I got more feet out than feet in. You know what I'm saying? Help me help myself with just that whole transition of being away from the game.
Well, I can say this, bro, and I'm not just saying this because I'm on your show. You ahead of the game already, because what you doing now, you was prepared. You was doing that while you was playing.
Yeah.
See, it's a lot of people behind us that wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? You've been marketing yourself. So whether you was playing football or not, your fan base was gonna follow you whether you got a jersey on or not.
Yeah.
But you had been doing that. So that you already 20 steps ahead of everybody that's finna walk away from a sport, right? So the only thing you could have done was take advantage of that, and that's what you're doing. I think I was able to, like I said, the benefits of being real so beneficial. Rachel Nichols was starting The Jump. She called me and Tracy McGrady to be her first host on her show. Why she did that? Every time she was standing around and get interviewed, I gave her time. Yeah. A lot of guys feel like she a woman in the locker room, didn't want to talk to her, but I always gave her that respect. Giving her that respect all the time I played, now I'm getting my opportunity to be on the ESPN on her show. That just opened the door for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, we just have to be you and take the benefit off yourself. And you've been doing that, bro, since you was in the league. So I can't give you no advice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're doing everything you could, doing more.
Yeah. My last thing here, sport, obviously basketball. Is there a double standard with just women and men? The situation I'm talking about is Angel Reese, right? The backlash that she got for taunting. But I remember you gave me the tickets to the game when you was in Carolina, right? And that was kind of like one of probably the first couple times that I really had the experience on the court. Because you hear the banter.
Yeah.
Boy, yeah, and what? You know what I mean? Like, from the TV, you may see it, but it's all predicated off of the cut. Like, you may see, like, you see what LeBron did, you seen what Russell Wilson, Russell Westbrook did, you seen all this and that. But that ego is praised in male sports. Well, in female sports, we would see it with Serena, but she was so classy with it. You know what I'm saying?
She had her moments though.
Yeah.
You gotta forget, she sea-walked at the Wimbledon. You kidding me?
Yeah.
She sea-walked. Oh, she had her moments. It came out of her.
But should it be equal? You know what I'm saying? From Angel's perspective, it's like, yo, bro, like, I'm trying to get my opponent out of that frame to focus. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. Like, from the jump ball to the kickoff, like, it's gonna be a long day. This ain't gonna be some film that you wanna watch. You know what I'm saying? And I can't agree with you with trash talking, bro. I'm bringing it all out the closet. I'm saying everything.
I know. I heard you.
If I know your sister, if I know your mama, bro, we bringing her up on the field, like real talk. But afterwards, it's the respect.
It's love,
It's
yeah.
all in the game. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I need my edge. You see? But what she was able to do, right, it was looked down upon. And, you know, for you, like, what's your view on just that whole dynamic?
I mean, it's just 9 out of 10 times the people that don't understand that is people who never play sports on a high level. Like, you can't teach passion. You're supposed to love that passion for the game. And what really sums up the whole thing is Caitlin didn't have when they asked her about it, I don't have a problem with it. I like Angela Reese. Like, that's because she's a high level competitor.
Correct.
So she understands it. But everybody on the outside who never played a sport or don't understand what competing with, or don't understand what it feels like to work the whole year at a sport with your teammates, bonding, arguing, fighting, bleeding, people getting injured, and at the end of the season, you the best in the world.
To persevere.
You can't explain that to some people, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a lot of people that ain't gonna understand that. But as athletes, I respect it, bro. I respect passion. I don't like people who just let the other team score, or talking to them at the free throw line. And I man say, man, what's up, man? How your mama doing? When can we work out together? Like, I hate that, bro. I hate that. Talk to me off season, doing the. I love people who compete, bro. And they trying to take the passion out the game, and they don't normally see passion like that from women, especially in college sports. But it's good because, you know, these kids are making money now in college, more money than half the girls in the WNBA.
Yeah.
So if they want to show their passion, if they play that game with passion, that might be the reason why you paying them this NIL money, and this might be the reason why they are separated from these other athletes, because they play with passion, and the ones that's not getting the money don't.
Right. The Sha'Carri Richardsons of the world.
Yeah.
You know, chicks who are, you know, bold, fearless. You know what I mean? I always tell my all-star team, and even when I play, bro, I don't got no partners. Not on the field, I don't. You know, I don't got no homeboys. I ain't got, like, I always, every time I see a member on my team dap up somebody on the other team that ain't on our team while we playing, bro, that's your partner. You follow him on Instagram, bro. Because if a recruiter was out here today, he ain't giving 2 scholarships. He gonna get 1 scholarship.
You finna fry you ain't his partner?
Yeah, you is not. Afterwards, like, passion is different than sportsmanship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we have to identify, like, that alone. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, when I played, bro, it was nothing nice about anything. Man, shout out to TD. TD would always bring out the best side of me. In the practice with Luke, all of them. Like, I'm talking every day. But that's how I get going. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't peace make me. Like, don't kumbaya, like, everything you stand for. All that. I'm that guy. Yeah. Anything else, bro?
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go, dog. Ain't no question.
You feel me? As we end things here, man, that Funky Friday, bro, we're gonna do it in unison. We're gonna start with this camera, and then we're gonna go to this camera, and then we're gonna finish with this camera. All right? Got 1 finger, 1 pinky, 1 thumb, 1 love, man. Stacks!
You did.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you,
My
dog.
boy. Thank you, man.
That was easy. It's too simple.
Yes, sir. How we do, Q?